Mic check. Mic check. Hey Kyle, how you doing? He was first last one as well. I'm back. Errand run, lovely. It's quicker than I thought. Right, I'm back. Every day we look at the human skeleton. There are two of them, male and female. 50-50 is your choice. Men have further apart eyes, rectangular shape. Women have closer eyes, rounded shaped. Big nose, big teeth, little teeth. Wide dental arch to match the wide eyes. Narrow dental arch to match the narrow eyes. Big 5 head, small 4 head. In general, it looks like a block, a square, or a rectangle. We call it a cannonball or a bowling ball because it's as wide, almost, as it is long. The woman is nowhere near as wide as she is long. Simples, right? Excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, newspoint, teaching and research without the need for permission or payment to a copyright holder. Tuesdaynight holder. We stopped there on Phil Jackson. Let me just copy and paste this stream again. Dink. Back to my channel. Hit that. Hit that. Without the need for permission or payment to a copyright holder. Tuesdaynight holder. There we go. Copy. And let's try again. Paste. I can delete that one. Why can't I delete that? Move to bin, yeah. Did I do it? No. Move to bin. Move. Done. Right, okay, now share that one. To group, shared, post, Twitter, tweet. Fantastic. Yes, it is all of them, no exception. Agreed. Right, back to class. There we go. Good evening, boys and girls. How are you all doing? Hope you had a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane. Up first, Cow Shinobi. Red Stepper, welcome. Noble Andrew, I said hello earlier on, but hello again, Andrew. Karen Stahl and Trinity, how you all doing? Hope you had a nice day. Did I finish Phil Jackson? Let's go to the downloads. It's done that again. I don't know why it keeps shrinking all my boxes. Let's have a look. Phil Jackson. I don't think I finished it, did I? No. We stopped. Right. It's kind of a gate. It's not very good. She's a massive bitch, isn't she? That's a good gate there. Is that him on a walking stick? I told you. All these big women, and they are women, at a certain age, they all end up on these walking sticks. It's something to do with the hips. Oversizing of the bones or something. I don't know. It's like God put a restrictor in. Stop them from growing Nephilim. There's a ski whiff one. It's not perfect. She is look at the size of those hips. Imagine the size of the babies it gives birth to. You're not going on top ever, Phil. Right. I just saw something right there. It's just off the cock. That's beautiful though, that one. As we tiptoe through the tulips. All day long. Tiny feet. For such a big bloke, wouldn't you expect bigger shoes than that? Big, wide feet. Not slender ones. It's the Slender Man. That's That's what they are. They are the Slender Man. Women with long arms. There's another one. Nice pins. I don't know who that is. Phil Jackson. Different Phil Jackson. Looked like you had nice legs though, Phil. I gotta say. Genie Bus. With his little dog. That picture was catching my attention. Let's go back. Phil Jackson. I don't know how many gates I've got. That's a beautiful one. That's a gorgeous one, to be honest with you. Is that Phil there with his husband? It certainly is. And I've got that one. I've seen that one. That's not definable. Was that walking? It was. Let's go back and grab the ones we've got and see how we're doing. Save images. Oh, I like that one actually. We will take it. Look at the size of that baby making factory. Save image. Oh, that's a good point, Andrew. I don't know how much they do it each day though, you know, how much they try to do it each day. I know in certain situations, like on camera, and they know they're on camera, they're going to attempt, but the rest of the lives, I don't think they do. That's why I get so many gates. But it does leave them really bow-legged look. I can only imagine it's because of the size of this bone here. I don't know if God put some sort of checksum in the body that said, after the Nephilim, you're not growing them any bigger than yay tall. Is that Phil there? It is. That's a nice one. She's showing that lead foot's not. It's nice though. I'll take it. Showing that lead foot's not in full view. Really bow-legged there. If that's him, is that him? No. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that Charlie Chaplin step. Look at that flamingo foot. Right down to the chauffeurs and the baggage carriers. They're all in on it. I was watching Would I Lie to You the other day, and if the story's true, that this MTF was coming out of the shower whilst builders were in the house, and he walked into the bedroom where a builder was, thinking they wouldn't see him get in there, but a builder was in there, and they stood looking at each other for 10 seconds, one clothed and the MTF not, then surely that builder's got to be an FTM, because he would have said, she's got a pee-pee. And I do love that diamond there, I've got to say, I really do. I really think something happens to the body once it reaches a certain height for women. Or maybe it's just exaggerated more, I don't know. Save image. Did I save that image? No, I didn't. I'll take it. Welcome to the show, Susanna, Autumn, and E-Trader. Welcome. We're looking at Phil Jackson, basketball coach. I just want to have a quick look at that beach photo. Sweet baby Jesus of Bruce Lee jeans. Those shorts just don't look right, though. Gentlemen, Do your trousers come up this high? Right below your rib cage almost? Like, nope. Do you know who it reminds me of? John McAfee. Is it John McAfee? John McAfee, yeah. That's who it reminds me of, John McAfee. There's another kind of nice gate there. I do like that one as well. What's that one as well, Phil? Right, Phil Jackson's on the list. I've got enough gates. I just need the big girl's face. That's a nice shot as well. I'll take that one. His legs look buckled, don't they? As is 33 fighter. Everywhere I look, I see the number 33 fighter. Let's get rid of Walker and get a face shot, shall we? I like that one, I think. It's pretty close. Might be a little bit small, but it looks alright. We'll take it. Save image. Phil Jackson, Son of Man Code. Fails forensics. Next. Will Jordan, 2 first names. New Zealand rugby player. Images. Hello, Kirsten. How you doing? Many blessings to all of you, by the way. I didn't bless. Many blessings. There's a female face. Is that him? Will Jordan, spy thriller author. That's not the right Will Jordan, is it? Which Will Jordan? Because that's definitely an FTM. Final answer. How? How can I tell? Well, firstly, the Adam's apple just don't look right. Looks like an Adam's raisin. It's on its own. Men have double-pronged Adam's apples, but I'd say the pink lips, Cupid's bow, the close-set eyes, the small, high-set ears, the vertical thigh-bed, widest in hairline, sloping, narrow jaw with a pointed chin. Did I miss anything? Definitely an FTM. Look at those eyes. See your eyelashes. Go on. Clear that up. No, Facebook, bitch. About that one. Can I see your eyelashes? No. She got very pretty eyes. The wrong Will Jordan. We're looking for the rugby player, I reckon. Author, actor. Oh, it could have been the actor. There's an actor, a player. Nobody told me. You didn't tell me. Which one should we go? Let's go with the rugby player. Why not? Will Jordan, rugby player from New Zealand. Close set eyes, widest in hairline, high set ears, large but high set ears. I see pink lips, definitely had a jaw implant. I don't see any Adam's apple. And not the widest shoulders at all, really, is it? Miscoloured hands. Apparently, when abusing testosterone, it does something to circulation and the hands go white. Or it colours the hands white. I don't know which it is. It's one or the other. I had a diabetic girlfriend, and when she was having circulation problems, the rest of her body would be pink, but her hands would be like milk bottle white, and cold to the touch as well, like really cold hands. It might be that, and it might be miscolouring. I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm winging that. We're in La La Land on that one, but they definitely get these miscoloured hands. Right, face. Too small. That one's not bad. It's blurred, it's no good to me. What about that one? Yeah, that's about 50-50. It's maybe a little bit small. Maybe a little bit. Right, see if we can find gates for this rugby player. All Blacks. I can't do it. The Hanukkah. Oh, I saw sloping shoulders. Where were they? Nana's coat hanger. Seriously, is that a real picture? Imaginary. Oh, it might be imaginary. Why is AI giving rugby players female shoulders though? It gives females penises. And what it is AI is learning from all the pictures in the world and it's mimicking what it sees. That's what it's doing. Anytime today, Google. Screw all. Oh, I thought of that with pictures. I'm not seeing anything on this person. And we're out. Will Jordan walking. If that's Will Jordan, it's a nice mint above Ariel. I do believe it is. Perfect tightrope walker. No, I'm going to need more than that. I want a forward-looking one. 2 3s. 33 father. Is that Michael Jordan? She had big feet for a girl though, didn't she? Slender but big feet. Now let's go back one. I'm gonna be higher like a lion in Zion. Do do do. Walking street. Nothing. Sorry, not happening. See you later, Will Jordan. 2 first names. Next. Danny Rose, Grimsby Town. From my own town. Bearing in mind that Grimsby are in the 2nd or 3rd division. Someone's trying to tell me it's not in the lower divisions. Really? Where do you want me to start? Close set eyes, small rounded dentures, or the high set ears? Not forgetting the widest in the hairline. Where do you want? And an Adam's raisin implant off to one side. You're full of it. That is a girl. That right there is a lovely looking girl. Very rounded eye socket look. It shows brow bone, but it could be an implant, could be from testosterone. The eyes are still feminine, the teeth are still feminine, the ears are too high. And I've got a custom jaw implant. Again, I'm seeing a girl. That or he's on heroin. Let's go back. Purple eyes, purple eyes. Danny. Danny's definitely a girl. Definitely. Here's another one with soft eyes. Hello, sweetness. Oh, they will stick out their tongues. Let's go back again. What we're looking for is Gates. I'll take that as your face. Actually, I like that one more. It's closer to a 50-50. Gates, Danny Rose. 2 first names. Danny and Rose. 1 of each. Like Buddy Holly. 1 of each. Boy and a girl now. Buddy and then Holly. Elbows out. 33, father. 2 3s again, look. They rub it in your face. And the number, Danny Rose, 32. 32. No, it's 2 3s, father. I didn't cover up Alby, did I? Oh, you divvy. I'm going to have to cover up the bed. 1 second. It's going to be waffling over me, aren't you? Good night, Alberti. I was just covering him up, that's all, mate. Right, Danny Rose, as she got me some minces. I'll tell you what, that chicken nom nom there. If someone can explain that shape right there to me. Papa got a sweet tooth tonight. Let's go back. It's a different Danny Rose. Apparently. Well, the Grimsby one's not giving me anything. But those insatiable eyes. I wish I'd had these eyes when I was a flat earther. The piss. I would have taken the piss out of all of them if I'd had the hindsight that I have now. Oh, Mark Sargent, you've got beautiful pink lips. Dave Murphy, you've got the deepest, bluest pools of blue I've ever seen. I would have taken a piss, I really would. If someone can explain why all these gentlemen have got eggheads, almond-shaped skulls look from the side, well, that'd be nice. Every day, when I go out, I do not see gentlemen that look like this with soft coffee bean eyes, small set ears, beautiful pink lips, sloping jawline. I don't see that. I see blokes that look like me, that walk like me. Yeah. Danny Rose, Grimsby, walking. Let's see if we've got one. Harry the Haddock, that's our mascot. Because we were a fishing town, the mascot's called Harry the Haddock. And there he is, that must be Harry with his haddock. It used to just be an haddock, now they've got a bloke with a sailor's cap on. I'll tell you what though, that's quite a feminine pose, I'm telling you, I've got big diamonds there. Even the mascots, you gotta be kidding me. Not the mascots too. Oh my gosh. Stuck in the middle with you. Even the mascots are flipped, look. I don't know what to say. We live in Flip-Flopville, right? It's not there. We're out of here. Next. Colleen Dewhurst. That is a belter of a jaw, mate. It really is. Oh, it's there as well. Outstanding. Shadow casting, granite munching, diesel shunting. What do you want me to say? That's a dude. Final answer. Look at the size of that mouth. If ever a woman tries to kiss you with a mouth that big, run. Dum 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 dum. He's got clavicles, thick clavicles as well. Is someone going to explain to me why? Who did we look at last night? Who was it? Some massive monster of a man. Clint Eastwood has got feminine clavicles, and they are straight across. Look at that 1,000-yard stare. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. Colleen Dewhurst, DC, Devil's Child in reverse, inverted. DC inverted. Washington, DC. That is a man. Where do you want me to start? Right, we'll do the simplest one. Right, you could have the jaw, but the simplest one to see this is the widest in the cheekbones. Look at these. Rectangle shaped eyes, just like mine. Sloping back forehead, just like mine. Angles inward, look. Can you see the hairline? How the skull goes inward with the hairline. Woman doesn't do that, it follows outwards. It follows outwards and then back in. Giving you the Mickey Mouse or the dial M, whatever you want to call it. But the cheekbones, for sure, that is a man. Final answer. Look at that rectangle. It's an absolute, it's a bowling ball sized head, look. Huge. Women don't look like that. They look like dainty, upside down eggs. All day long, that's a dude. Final answer. I don't know if we're going to get his gates though. That's a belter of a face. I think we'll take that, even though it's oversized. I like that one as well though. Look how deep set those eyes are. And they add mascara to these monsters. We're going to make black even blacker. We're going to take the darkness of a cave and make it the infinite of a black hole. Yeah, two black holes staring back at me. Huge dental arch. Male jawline. Where's the crow's feet if you're a woman? And that skull, that bonce, sloping. Look at the brow bone, stick it off. You don't even have to check the corner, just check the earlock. Boom! I tell you what, right, the doctor could have got a Black & Decker sander on that and it'd still been chunky. We're done. That's an Adam's apple in that picture. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Doubtfire. Even though Doubtfire was a woman playing a man playing a woman. Flip-Flopville. Adam's apple, let's go back again. I'm tempted by that face. But I do like that one. I'm going to take that one. The size of that jawbone. No, actually. I like the deep set eyes. We'll take that one. Away we go. We're gate shopping with, what's his name? Colleen. We're gate shopping with Colleen. Oh my gosh. Inanna's no! Is that you, Inanna? It looks like Inanna. It does. Inanna, you've got a banana. Let's go back. Big smile. Huge jawbone. That's Johnny Cash. What's Johnny Cash doing there? Could Johnny Cash's lips? Pucker them up, beautiful. Let's go back again. Oh my, look at this. Look at that mouth. And that one. And that one. Oh, that's him. That's Colleen. Look at the size of them drag queens. And then you got a little, is that Hugh Hefner? That's not Hugh Hefner, is it? Who's that? Carol Channing, CC, 33 father. Jerry Herman. Is that Jerry Herman or is that Jerry Herman? Herman. That's got to be him, hasn't it? Herman. Her, who's a man? In the name. Jerry Herman, the Son of Man code. Jesus Christ referred to himself as the Son of Man. They mock this by calling themselves sons and men when they're not. Like Pamela Anderson is someone's son, but Jack Nicholson is not someone's son. Look at the size of his grill. Look at those teeth. They're bigger than mine. They're all three of them. And do you know who that is? That's Angela Lansbury. Mrs. Marple. What do they call her? Look at the state of them drags. They're all drags, look. I don't even know what to say. I'm still in shock. Actually, let's just... Is one of all three of them smiling? Gutted. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. This one's in the sniper division, isn't it? They're different shapes. Drag queen and then a little woman. Every rose has its thorns. Just like every drag queen has a long, long spine. Cowboys. If that don't tell you everything you need to know, it should be bull boys. They should be bull boys, right? Not cowboys. The moving cattle, yeah, but the boys. So it'd be bull boys, not cowboys. Cows are girls, girl boys. The Bee Gees, the boy girls. They love to tell you in the names. They really. Oh my gosh! Look at these two. That's a fine, strapping young fellow on the left, isn't it? It's him with his Adam's apple. Llama, 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 chameleon. That's a big neck, isn't it? Da 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 da. Look at the size of that grill. Seriously, it looks like a Lincoln Cadillac Escalade, doesn't it? It does. All you got to do is put just put two 20-inch rims either side of it. Just put two 20-inch rims either side of it. That is a big head. That is a big smile, isn't it? Straight out of Flip-Flopville. You will know them by their teeth. It's true, it is. John Wayne's got to be the biggest, faggiest of all cowboys. The amount of people says, I'm going to make you walk like John Wayne in the morning to women. And I never understood it. Like, they was going to have really rough sex and you wouldn't be able to walk straight in the morning. Because John Wayne could not walk straight. Get off your horse and drink your milk. I got no gates on Colleen. It's a shame because that head is absolutely outstanding. Big boys don't cry, apparently. I just like to notice how narrow that head is. The mouth, again, look at the size of it. You could literally fit 3 Farley's rusks in that mouth, no problem. And he could eat them. FTM walked into the bar and the bartender said, why the long face? Why the long face, mate? Ah, stiffed me, Colleen. And Scroogel's messing with the browser. 1 second. Oh, there it is. We will go walking. That's not him. That's someone else. I'll tell you what, though. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. No, you're through to the wrong department. I'm going to put you through to paws and claws. Just look at the length of these fingers and the size of the hand that's attached to it. Look at the palm. Look at the size of this palm. If that slapped you, it would knock you into next week. It would knock you 4 days into the future. That looked like Woody What's his name? I think it might well be. It is. Shoulders. There's no gates. Is that Sean Connery? Of course it is. I'll tell you what. Don't know why, but your legs are arousing me, love. Look at them chicken num-nums! Till the cows come home. Forget the bloke with the boobs. I'll take the one with the hairy chest and the small arms. That wasn't Sean Connery though. Sean Connery was quite a big bitch. That's quite a bendy back you got there. Hunched over. Sat like Nikolai Tesla. I don't know who it is. Look at that Adam's apple. Look, these two FTMs don't have an Adam's apple, but the big old melon head on the left with the square shoulders has got a drain pipe for a neck. What is going on? If you can't see this, it's honestly, I can't say anything. I teach it the quickest. I teach it the swiftest. Of all the teachers, I teach you the gates. Skulls are secondary. But after a while, the skulls just kick in. You're like, bloke! That's the only gate. That's the only gate for Colleen Dewhurst. It's no good to me. If it was a straight-on march, I'd take it, but it's not. I'll give you a second chance and put street, but I'm going to get that picture again. I know I am. Yeah, we're done. Who's that with them gnashers? Holy moly, it's him again. I think he got them joke from a funny tooth shop. I mean, I think he got those teeth from a funny joke shop. Derp. Right, I'm out of here. Next. Autumn Kelly, or otherwise known as Autumn Phillips. Autumn Kelly, 2 first names. Autumn Phillips, 2 first names. Images. We're done. Look how close together those dopey looking eyes are. Tiny ears. The big ears are here. The low set and pointed backwards almost. The square jaw. The granite munching jaw. Over here I've got Chub. I've got Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys. We're doing the twist. They're doing the twist on the left. But they're munching through granite worktops on the right. And that's game over right there. Straight legs, knees together. Space between his feet. Game over. Dudes pretending to be women in disguise. Here I am stuck with drag queens. Yes, the Queen of England is a man in disguise. His niece or whatever this is, Princess Anne's daughter. Yeah, his grandchild. His grandchildren. This is his grandson in disguise. They all wear disguises. And this was done to... Look how close together those eyes are. Then look at those eyes. Deep set. Who's got the bigger face look? Whose face fills the skull look? This one doesn't. It's way too high. It's widest in the hairline. It's got dial M for Mongos. The ears are too high. The lips are pink. It looks like Gareth Southgate. It does. It looks like Gareth Southgate. And we won't mention the innocence in this picture. Let's go back. Of course, the purple, lilac, whatever you want to call it, it's the colour of royalty, the mixing of the blue and the pink. Of course, all these colours belong to a certain country's flag. Even though this person was the King of England, it wore this other country's flag all the time. Purple. Purple, father. Everywhere I look, I see the colour purple. The colour purple. I don't know how many times. You have to be told these things before it dawns on you that the whole world is a show, an act, it's a stage. Shakespeare said the whole world is a stage, that's including us, and everyone has his part. My part is to expose them in the name of Jesus Christ and the Lord God Almighty, my heavenly Father. who created all things in their names, I cast you out, you demons, you liars, you deceivers, you den and pit of vipers. That's why the priest, the popes have a pulpit. They're pulling you into the pit with their lies. The church has nothing to do with God. Jesus told you this. Jesus has nothing to do with the church. You are the church. Your body is Christ. You are the temple. You have the ability, with your own free will, to join God in heaven and forget all of this that happened to you and everything that you did wrong in this world. It can be forgiven by the Heavenly Father and only the Heavenly Father. Satan, he made this happen. He's in the biggest crap of all of us. He really is. He'll probably get dealt with and judged with last in front of every person that's ever lived when this comes to its final conclusion. When God comes to destroy this earth, there is going to be a new heaven and a new earth, according to the Bible, according to Scripture, because this earth is terrible, and it's only terrible because everybody on it can't see heaven. They lied to you about space. If you realised you can only go 60 miles, that's it, the Kármán line. Once you get to the Kármán line, that's the barrier between the ozone layer and space. That's the firmament. 60 miles and you hit the firmament. And whatever the firmament is, they can't get out of it. They've tried everything. Rockets, frequency, bombs, everything. They cannot break the firmament. It's going to be so simple, whatever God used. Maybe it's electromagnetic fielding, shielding, I don't know. Whatever it is, it stops everything. We live inside an air bubble on a flat level. If you imagine a spirit level as itself, spirit level, can we get a close-up of it? There we go. If you imagine that, apart from the bubble, because it's dome-shaped, the reverse of that. Imagine that the other way up. I wish I could flip the picture. It's the other way up, with Earth at the bottom there, and the sky at the top. If you can imagine that, it's the same thing. And whatever that is, that bubble that keeps us safe, that shield, because it's water all around us, just like the spirit level, it's water all around us. The Spirit of God moved across the face of the waters. So God's above this bit in heaven, looking down on earth when he created it. And apparently the earth is like a footstool to him in one of his rooms. It's probably his living room. He sits and looks at us all the time. He watches his creation. It's amazing. God is amazing. Creation is amazing. How all this came to be is a miracle, right? And a miracle could only happen by something otherworldly than this, something higher, something majestic. A heavenly Father is how we refer to him. People like, can't call him God. Okay, I'll call him Father. I'll call him Dad. You're not allowed to call him Dad. It's an insult. Why is it? He created me. My father may have created me biologically, but the original design of me, male, was created by him. Male and female created he, them. And these people are all Satanists, and again, even at this level, puppets, they're the ones in the public eye. It's the ones behind them that are controlling the show. The ones we don't see. The ones we very rarely see. They're the ones that control it all. These are just the public figures that they put out there. False idols. And people worship them. The Queen's Jubilee and the Queen's Anniversary and all this. The streets are filled with English people, all waving flags. You're all struggling. You're all in the shit. You're working every day, and these people do, I want to swear, these people do knack all. They live the high life like parasites off your work because you believe that they are a royal bloodline. Yeah, royal as in Satan, not as in God, not in the majesty of Christ, but in evil. And they can sit and laugh and have fun at all these big events, whilst the lowly folk, the working class, adore them and think they're wonderful. God said it, Jesus said, it would be easier for a rich man to pass a camel through the eye of a needle than it would be for a rich man to get through the gates of heaven. These people have no chance, especially if they're not repentant. And God can forgive these people if they haven't done anything wrong to children, but they have, because they did it to their own children. But if they haven't done all that andremochrome, if you believe in that shite, I don't. I don't think my Heavenly Father would put some sort of chemical in a child's brain that would be released when scared, and then these twats stick straws in them and drink it. Bollocks. It's nonsense. They said they went to the moon, they didn't. They said they got nuclear bombs, they haven't. They said that airplanes fly on fuel, and they don't. They said a whole load of shite. I don't believe none of that. Why would I believe the crap about adrenochrome? Why would I believe the crap about cloning? The cloning people from the past. Ow! Oh, like in Jurassic Park where they find a mosquito with a bit of Tyrannosaurus Rex blood. That doesn't exist! And then to suck it out of a bit of amber and recreate a pharaoh. Is that what you're telling me? It's nonsense. You don't grow life from death. Just like the original Big Bang Theory. Life doesn't come from an explosion. Death comes from explosions. The exact opposite of what you know to be true, and you believe the opposite. Every explosion I've ever seen, boom, a car blew up, boom, a tank blew up, boom, a building went down. Everybody died involved in that accident. But when it comes to the Big Bang, boom, everybody appeared. Structured life, intelligent minds came from nothing. You're joking. And I can tell just by your dental arches that you're a woman and you're a man. Close set eyes, far apart eyes, rectangle shaped, much more rounded and small look than the stretched out one here. High set ears, flat forehead, widest in hairline. I could do this all day because every single one of them, it doesn't matter who I look at, I'm looking at an FTM and an MTF in disguise, because all celebrities are secretly flip-flopped at birth. And I find it disgusting that you do that to a child. I've said it many times, I feel sorry for your Autumn Phillips. I do. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your Prince Phillips, whatever your name is, Mark Phillips, I don't care. I feel sorry for you both, I do. That you think this is the good life. Your soul has an eternity, it doesn't expire. This body expires, but the soul inside of it does not expire. Energy can only be moved, not destroyed. So the energy that's in you is going somewhere after this, and because of what you've done in the living and you're not sorry for it, God is going to cast you out the same as he did Satan. And this goes for all life that was created in his image. We all know right from wrong. We don't need the Bible or commandments to tell us it's wrong to murder someone, to steal from someone, to rob someone, to beat someone. We already know these things. But God had to make sure it went down in writing because mankind was already falling. This is all the things that was happening, robbery, thieves, all the things that have escalated this world to the point it's at now began back then. There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing. God told me this. Well, I say God, it's written down as God's word. God's word is the truth. That sounds like the truth to me. There's nothing new under the sun because he invented it all. Mark Phillips, Autumn Phillips. Let's put you through the grinder. Face shot. Look at that dude waving. Zara Tyndall. Look at the state of the, look at the girth across this bicep. I'm telling you now, women, you don't look like this. You're gentle. You're soft. You have less meat on the bone. Oh my! It drives me mental when I see these giant hands and these big teeth, these deep set eyes, these broad shoulders and wide biceps women. Look at that. Look at that arm. Flex, why don't you? Flex. And then you got the short arm of a woman here. Look at this. She's taller than this one, and yet the arm's still shorter than his. It's mental that it is a subtle change in everything. The faces, the length of the arms, the whole disguise that they're using to blind us like this, to use this illusion against us. I forgot what I was saying. You want to go out, don't you? You're putting me off. Come on. That's lovely. I made beef in black bean. I'm getting really good at beef in black bean. I really am. Right, okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, skeletons. So, the illusion is that this is a woman and this is a man. But God made two skeletons, and once you learn the very subtle differences in long arms versus short arms, closer eyes versus far apart eyes, bigger head, egg-shaped head with a pointed chin look. Once you learn these markers, even when you're looking at group photos, it's a shame that's far away. Look at her neck on this beast here. Let's have a look. And there it is. There he is. The bigger teeth again. The egghead. Two more dudes. With massive shoulders, look. Grandma's got big shoulders, hasn't she? Even this one. Look at this shoulder. Look at the span across there. You could literally stand a Big Mac, a Coke and a fries on them shoulders. The terminology drag queen comes from royalty. It does. Drag queen, drag kings we didn't know about. I think there's one movie, Victor Victoria, where Julie Andrews, two first names, a man playing a woman playing a man in that movie, double flip-flop. They love to tell you about him. Is one of the only movies where it talks about drag kings, where a woman becomes a man. It's always been the other way around. A man becoming a woman. Tu Wong Fu, Birdcage, Mrs. Doubtfire, loads of them, right? They told us about drag queens. It's the drag kings they didn't want you to see, because if you recognise them, then you recognise that the world is being ruled by women. Well, I say women, and I use the term very loosely to all the natural girls out there, because these aren't natural women, right? They're biologically women, but they're not natural women. Natural women don't chop the breasts off and wear suits and call themselves Mark. Quite the opposite. They embrace their divine feminine character. I think that's why they always stand the woman sideways, E-Trader. Because if you had them both, this one would look like a pencil. It does look like a pencil anyway, look, compared to that one. How the legs go outwards, look. And then you've got these beasts, look. These absolute beasts of men standing 6'5" in high heels. What can I say? This is Ascot, and all the rich women at Ascot are men, and all the rich men are women. And they mingle around us without us knowing. That's the thing that really, really grinds me gears, that they just mingle with us and no one notices. In parties, weddings, days out, they're there. And you don't notice them. Well, we do. It's different now, isn't it? Once you've got your forensic eyes tuned in, it's very different. When you see a woman, whether she's got breasts or not, the first thing I'm looking at is feet, hands, head and shoulders. The first thing I'm going to look at. If they're not moving, I'm going to check. Because if your hands are big like mine, that's a marker. It really is. Most women, when I stand next to them, my hands are twice their size. Twice the width, twice the length of most women, because most women are small. I'm not the biggest of men, I'm only 5'10". Maybe 5'9". I'm shrinking, I think. I'm getting smaller as I get older, it's true. But regardless, I'm not the biggest of men, but even the biggest of women only stand as big as me at 5'10", most of them. It's very rare I meet a woman bigger and taller than me. Here and there I see women as tall as me. The most ones that I see present are smaller than me. They come up to my shoulders every time. So it puts most women at 5'4", 5'5", thereabouts. Small, dainty women as God created. Man is meant to stand bigger. But what they do is they block the man from growing and grow the women. Really tall woman here, Princess Wilma. But there's a really tall prince. Look at his neck. There's a great one with the Duchess of York and Princess Diana looking up. They both got Adam's apples on show. Fruitcake families. Absolute fruitcake families. What am I supposed to say? Look what you've done to us all. Look what you've done to my fellow man and woman. Look what you've done to us all. And they're proud. We're royals. They put all the taxes on the working people. There is no tax for working people, only working business, commerce. What these pirates did, because it's all sea affiliated, it's all maritime law, was turn your name into a ship. The legal name fraud. And once you accept that legal name will put you in prison. If you say that name, it will put you in prison. As long as you separate your name. Peter from the family of Hyam, or Peter son of Peter, that's me. I can't be prosecuted for their bollocks because it doesn't exist. Only my name accepts it's real, the act, if I choose to act. Only I'm a living man, I'm not here to act. And that's why you can't put a living man in court, because the minute you put a living man in court, he knows he's on a deck of a pirate ship. He's not in a courtroom, he's on the deck of a ship with a captain at a wheel. The wheel's missing, but he's changed his name from captain to judge. But if you scuttle him, he has to go in the back and do a ritual, a Masonic ritual, and he comes back out as a captain. And if you scuttle him again, send him into the back the third time, he comes out as a priest. And if you scuttle him again on the third time, he has to relinquish all power to the man, the living soul on the boat, because he's only acting. He's doing as he's told, and you're not, and you don't have to, and there's no law against it. I've been there, I've been on that deck. I was told to get off the ship. I kept asking, where's the judge? Where's the judge? It was 4:30 at night. The courts were closed. They put me into an empty court because they couldn't deal with me. And then they couldn't tell me what to do. They told me not to go back to the house, and I didn't. I should have gone back. I should have just gone back because it was mine. They can't do anything about it. They had to send their bully boy police in to come and rip the door off, which isn't allowed. You can drill the locks, but you're not allowed to rip the door off and force your way through past a second locking system. Yeah. Totally break the law. That's why they wanted me to take that one video down, Poncho Pete, the kidnapping. The eviction or kidnapping, you decide. To the real world, all the numpties that believe these are men and women, I was evicted. But to anybody who knows God's truth, you know I was kidnapped. And it doesn't matter when time comes in front of God, in front of the eyes of the world, when those people try and say, I was just doing my job. That's not your job. You lie. You didn't even research what your job was. You was told what the truth was and you ignored it. Just like all your friends and family ignore the truth. Well, I never did. When I realised God existed, I wanted to fight for all the children in the world, including these two little boys, right there and there. I wanted to fight for all of them. Not just my own son. God gave me that house to fight for my landlord and landlady, who are two of the precious people that I've got in my life that didn't disown me and call me crazy. They even visited me when they put me in the nut house. And then they gave me this house to live in. If I'd stolen any money off them in the last house, why would they let me live in this house? Because I wouldn't do that to my friends. I did it to the bankers. You understand? I didn't take any money off my landlord and landlady. I didn't. I took it off them, the bankers. The fraudulent, fake, deceiving bankers who put interest on the pound. The pound's not even worth a pound. It's worth 70 pence. But you're told it's a pound. It's already lost 30 pence in value. Everything. In the olden days, let me just show you this. If you don't know this, coin. Images. Right, let's have a look. I want an old coin. Coin, old. 1 second, I want to show you an old coin first. Side view. Old coin. Side. Like this. There we go. Right. So, this was an interesting fact. I never heard of this before. Again, flat earth teaches you so many things. If you don't know what this is, I'm about to teach you something. So, from a side view, these coins have all got these lines in them. Can you see these etches? And this one doesn't. It has a few there, but it's blank here, look. Original old coins didn't have any of these lines in them, or these indents. See these clips? Yeah, that's the word, clips. They didn't have any of them. I want to find you an old coin without them on it. It's just showing me modern day coins. That might be an that's a £1. You got to find, go look, you can go do it. I don't know why they're not showing me old coins from the side view. Side view. Let's try again. That's not an old coin. It's a modern day pound. I want a side view of one of them. One of these. It doesn't have them, right? It doesn't have those clips down the side. It doesn't have these. It doesn't have them. It's just the coin. You understand? There's no clipping lines in it. They call it clipping. They actually do call it clipping. One certain nation in the world. One certain nation in the world. How can I describe them? They've got big noses. They've got really big schnozzes. Where are you from, mate? No city. These people started clipping coins down the side for a scraping of the gold. When it was gold coins like this, they started clipping the coins down the side. That's where it comes from. And after you'd clipped enough coins, you'd have a coin, wouldn't you? You'd have yourself a gold coin. After clipping little holes all around the coins, just little ones, all the way around it, you'd have yourself another coin just from skimming off that. And that's what they've done with the pound itself. It's not even worth a pound. It's been clipped. It's worth 70 pence. You just imagine it's worth a pound. You are robbed at every single angle. The only way to get rid of this is to get rid of money. I don't know how many times I have to say it. The only way to destroy this beast system is to destroy the monetary system, the value that they've put things on. And once you make everything valueless, the only thing that's got a value on earth is you. Is you. You understand that? They say money makes the world go round. Well, the world don't go round, but they say money makes the world go round. No, it doesn't. People do. People make things go around the world. Lorry drivers, shipping channels, they make items go around the world. They do it all for a pay, right? And at the end of the day, they're all struggling. Don't matter who they are, they're all struggling. Don't matter whether they work on a factory, they work in a clothes shop. Don't matter where you are, you're struggling. Because everything has been clipped. Everything. And the only way to destroy that is to get rid of the bank. And it'll take everybody in union together, like in union with Christ, in kindness, in love, in care, in wisdom, in knowledge. That's the true power you truly hold. The ability to say, no, I do not consent. And when we all do it, this is gone. They lose their grip on us. The world, what they want is everybody rioting and going mental, and the world will destroy itself. It will. The violence, I don't want it to happen. I really don't. If people all turn violent, they'll end up turning on each other. It's a union. That's why they got rid of unions. Because as a group, you are powerful. As a solo man on my own, I'm not powerful. But if I was stood with a million of me who think like me and act like me and talk like me, that would be a force to be recognised. Because they're rolling it out. They want Alex Jones and all them, Tommy Robinson, they want you to revolt and be horrible and nasty. All the things that don't make you Christ-like. He said the only way to the Father is through me, through kindness and mercy. If they have murdered millions of people, and I don't believe it, I don't believe in the wars, I don't believe in none of it. The way they're murdering people is through free will. They give it to you as a poison or whatever. Alchemists. When you're born. And here we are. Everybody wants the world to change, but nobody's going to do out about it. Yes, they want our souls, Andy. They do, Andrew. It's a heavenly war. It's a holy war that's being fought right in front of us. And all those people's souls and spirits that have no idea can be forgiven because they didn't know what they did. But we do. We do. And I know it hurts with friends and family and stuff when they turn on you and they're nasty and hateful and they do things that you didn't think they'd do. It's up to you to be more like Christ. You can forgive them, but it doesn't mean that you're in the same ballpark that you were before with them. Things change, right? When someone steals your trust from you or says horrible, horrible things about you, just because you're trying to tell them the truth, it changes your perspective of that friend or family member. It does. I don't care what anyone says. I found out through God, through flat air, through the word of God, I found out what my best friend and my best friends and my brother and people I really loved. I still love them, don't get me wrong. I don't have that, what's the word? That relationship that I had because they broke it. It's like when you're in a partnership with a girl or a boy and they break your trust, it's never the same, right? And that's what this feels like. My trust was broken. And until someone, the people, my friends, my family, until they get on the same page as me, I consider them the swine. The same as these swine that clip coins and clip money to 70 pence instead of $1, 70 cents. I consider it the same thing. And so will God. Because the world won't be destroyed by the evil that's in it. It'll be destroyed by the good that sits by and does nothing. Look how much that coin's been clipped. You big nose greedy baskets. Let's go back. So now you know about coin clipping. How did I end up on that? From royals. I'm back to royals. Right, we're back to this royal family. Autumn Phillips, let's finish here. First of all, I want your face. Let's start there. Face. Oops. I knocked it, didn't I? I did. Balls. Get rid of that. Face. I quite like that one. It's a little bit twisted. Look at them cheekbones. Oh, it's a total man face. He looks like that movie where they all look like cats. Is it called Cat? No, that's the musical. There was a film where they're like, the people are like cats. They're scared of cats and they look like those people. They took. Do you know what I mean? Do you know which movie I'm about? When they see a cat, they get scared. 50-50. Oh, there we go. Let's just take that. We'll do both of you. Now, you've had long enough ear. It should be instant. You don't need them skulls, right? You can just see the bigger face. You should be able to see the bigger face here with the bigger cheekbones. You should be able to see closer set eyes and smaller teeth there compared to here and there, look. And the high set ears, look, compared to the low set ears, which are almost touching the jawline, look. That's a... oh no, I thought that was an earring. Never mind. It's still low set though. I can just see it there, brimming. You don't need them skulls. You can just see them, right? This is the wider face. This is the longer, narrower face. This has got cheekbones. This doesn't have cheekbones. This has got dial M for Masons and a vertical forehead with the two dimples on it, look. And this one slopes backwards. Living in Flip-Flopville. Your mind is controlled. Your life is controlled. Everything's rigged. The sports, the racing, the dogs, the horses. It's all rigged. Where gambling's involved, it's all rigged. They control. They own the horses and the players. In football, they own the players. It's the same as owning the horses. Look at the state of that man face there. They're both dudes. Look at the neck on it. Look at the shoulders on it. He's a righteous dude. Right, we'll take that. We're looking for gates. I saw one, but it was back up there and then it's vanished. Let's just go straight to walking. Let's get rid of face and go to walking. And then we're done. Oh, let me let Marlo back in. Marlo! Is he gorgeous? Is he handsome? Beef in black bean. Gorgeous. The only thing is, I don't like freezing it. I have to eat it over the next 3 days because I make so much of it. Well, I guess it's alright. Yeah. Right, Derpy Derps. Walking. There's one. Freaking game over right there, man. There's one. Let's see, alley up. See if we can't find some more. That's not a good square. That's a nice one if that's him. Is that him? It is him, isn't it? Look at the side. Look at that broken leg there. Yep, that is him. There's one. There's another one there with straight legs, look. Look how straight the legs are. Look, just like mine. No diamond, look. Feet forward, knees forward. It's an absolute hoot, is forensics. Look at that step coming down them stairs. I'm a loader. Stair fail. Wrong one though. It's the bloke we're looking for. This dude here with the straight legs. 4. I need one more. 5. We're done. Autumn Phillips from the Phillips Royal House. Fails forensics. 2 first names. Autumn Kelly was his first name, and when he got married, he became Autumn Phillips. Oh look, a big old owl on your t-shirt. What does that mean? Save image. And we're done. Face. Autumn Phillips, and I believe that's Mark Phillips. Peter Phillips, sorry, it's Peter Phillips, it's the other one. Captain Mark Phillips. Fails forensics next. Rainer Werner Fassbinder is a German filmmaker. He looks like the Jezebel. Pink lips. He looks like Tom Hardy's been in a car crash. Oh, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Ah, you're lagging me. Screw you, Google. Anytime today, sweethearts. They've stuck me on that photo. There we go. Oh, that's a woman. Absolutely no jawline look, just chubby wubby. Chubby checker and the fat boys. We're doing the twist. Take me by my little hand. Oh, MK Ultra programming. And go like this. Look at the state of that. I want all leopard print. There we are. Right, let's go back. I'm going to want... Oh my gosh, that looks like Gerard Butler. Isn't it weird how they look like each other? No Adam's apple. Where's your jawline at? Your ears are too high. Your mouth's too small. You've got no brow bone. And you're widest up there in the hairline. Hiding underneath that hairline, of course. I quite like that as a picture. Is that actually him? It is, isn't it? And we'll take that as your 50-50. He's a rhinestone cowgirl look. Like a is that your wife? Let's have a look at him. Well, he's got a bigger chin than you, hasn't he? That's for sure. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Let's go back again. Wow, it really does look like him. No, do you know who else I'm seeing? The one out of X-Men. The one who fires the arrows. The one who's got thingy fingers. I can't remember what you call him. And again in that doodah. Jeremy Saul. I can't remember his name. That one. I'm having a brain fart. I don't care. These people don't mean niche to me anymore. They're not etched in my mind like Sylvester stuff. Oh my fucking weird! What? Please tell me he stood on a step. I want my honey! It's a honey monster. That's what that is. Even though he is stood on a step, he still stands bigger than the female to his left. That is a man face, isn't it, that one? Look at those eyes. Cheekbones. I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a big man, I'm a big man. Let's go back. Jeremy Renner, that's who it is. It just came to me then, Jeremy Renner. Right, Gates, tell me that's a walker. It's not, it's a stander. Fassbender. Let's go back. The caricaturist is our friend. He gave you grandma's shoulders. He gave you droopy eyes, high set ears, a big bottom lip, and no neck. They draw what they see, right? Rainer Werner Fassbender. I'm not getting any gates on him. Let's go back. Fassbender walking. Is that Fassbender there? He's mincing. I think that is him, you know. It is. Ski whiff in line. It's not the perfect mince, but it's got a lovely bend on that leg, hasn't it? As we tiptoe through the tulips. Is that him going through the doorways? Well, he's as big as the fucking doorways. I knew I shouldn't have worn those high heels. 6'6". What a woman. Let's go back. That's a huge bitch. I still think that's him in the middle, even though I can't see him clearly. I didn't take it though, in case it's not him. The trolls love that. Ah, you got one that ain't him. Oh, who cares? Google said it was him. Or Google said he made this movie. It doesn't point out, but that really does look like him. That's a female gate. It's chubby enough to be him, but I can't tell. There are no gates. There's one. Gutted. Look at that gate, and it's missing. Do you know what? I really think that is him, because that's that same person from the last picture, innit? With the curly hair. It is. I do think that's him. It is. And do you know what? I quite like that one now. Showing the gate. Straight legs, look. This one, full mints. It's a shame his whole body in view in that picture. Let's have a quick look at some more of these pictures, see if there was one full body. Hold. Me close, don't let me go. Oh no, what a bowling ball head. I love you and I want you to know. Look at the state of that bony elbow. Dude with massive biceps. We're done. Two gates, that one and the other one. That's a beautiful one. As if that's not got his feet in view. I wish it did. Save image. We'll take your face and we're done. Dink, 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 dink. We'll take that. Yeah, Jeremy Renner. Look, he really does look like Jeremy Renner. More so than Gerard Butler. He looks more like Jeremy Renner. What the is that? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Where do you want me to start? The brow bone. It's got to be the brow bone. Look at those brow bones. I know. What the is going on there? He's got them as well. The brow bones. We'll paint them blue. The square jaw of a man. But look at those defined cheekbones. It's a man. That's the real David Bowie with a little bit of raisin smuggling going on. Right, I'm done. Renner. Yeah, we're done. We're done. Get me off this page. Next. Peter Phillips. Right, we're going to do Peter Phillips. Images. Well, we don't really need to. I've got one picture. I just need some gates. We'll just add some gates to the one I've already done. I'll do them together. Walking. Moment of truth. Does he walk with straight legs like me, or does he cross them over like a woman? I love this world. You will know them by their fruits. I tell thee that you will know them by their skeletons, by their gates. You will know them. It's a blessing, it really is, folks. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. It's an absolute blessing to be able to see them. The liars, the brood of vipers. It makes me sick that they do this to children. It really does. But if this person had it done to them and finds it normal, they just do it to their children. Or this person's being told that he has to do it. Or, I don't know. I've got no idea, but it makes me sick that you do this to children. It makes me sick that they did it to her. And now she repeats history on these two boys. It makes me sad. It truly does. This person was one of the most evil minds in the world. The stuff that this person said When she went to Africa, the things she said on her Africa trip, she should have been deported. She should. One of the last quotes from Prince Philippa, it's a woman with a big forehead and close set eyes, massive ears though. One of the very last quotes of this person was, "I'd like to come back as a terrible virus and wipe out all the, what does he call us? Feeders. I'd like to wipe out most of the feeders in one go. Come back." See, right there, just in the fact that he's telling you that he wants to come back as a virus, that's brainwashing. That you believe in viruses. But to want to come back as this imaginary thing, to wipe out the natural people like us, the ones that provided this life to them, he wants to wipe them out. She wants to wipe them out. Wants to wipe out all of mankind. Apart from hair saw. In Resident Evil, he says, we have a chance to repopulate the earth in our image. It's done once before, and he lays the Bible down and shows you that God flooded the place. Well, the T-virus, the testosterone, this is a T-virus right there. There's the T-virus right there. This is an E-virus, estrogen. This one's a testosterone, right? T-virus takes over the world and will recreate the world in our image. He says it in the movie. Go watch it. I can't play it. I get copyrighted, but it's as simple as that. They tell us the truth in plain sight. It would be one way to piss off the Heavenly Father, right? If you were God and God loved his children, he would be like, you're just as bad as the people in the past, present day. That's what it'd be like. You know, stuck with this life, you're stuck with it, right? You're stuck with it, whether you like it or not, you're stuck with it. You have to get by. And God said, if God made it bearable, even though you're struggling, I get it, everybody around me is struggling. All to keep their head afloat. Electricity bills. I only use the projector and this computer, basically, PlayStation, a few hours a night, and it still comes over 200 quid a month. Before Scamvid, it was 100 quid a month, and now it's over 200 quid a month. They've never put the prices back. They never will. They scared everybody with this imaginary Scamvid, and in the midst of everyone being terrified, wearing paper masks and queuing up outside doctors' offices and queuing in shopping malls, amongst all of that, they took even more of your rights away from you. This world, it makes me sick, it does. Jesus always said, though, this world hates you because you're not of it. And all that hatred you've felt for every one of you, I empathise with you, I really do. For all that hatred you felt, I hope that everything turns out okay, you know? That God does bless you, let you into heaven, and keep you for eternity. Forever and ever, amen. I've done wrong, and everybody else, whether you like it or not, even the most devoutest Christian in the world has done wrong without knowing, believed a lie, whatever it is, but it can be forgiven because you didn't know. That's the message of Christ. These people know what they're doing. That's the problem. Now, if they're doing it of their own free will, you're not getting into heaven. Especially if you've done awful things to children. You're not. There's no way God's going to let you in. I just don't see it. or they're being bribed to do it. Blackmailed. According to what that other Prince Philip says, they're doing it out of their own free will. He wants to come back as a killer bug and kill us all. Wipe out the population of Earth. We've got his face because we've got his wife. We're done. He wants to come back as a killer bug and kill everyone. If you believe in these bugs, I don't believe in them. I believe in the food poisoning, etc. That's all possible. Mould and fungi, obviously. 1 second. As if you can't remember my name. Poncho Pete. There you go. But I don't do bloody kids' parties. Right, okay. Look at the difference in these two. Straight away, the female skeleton. Look at that egghead. The close set coffee bean eyes. Look at them coffee bean eyes. Compared to the deep set eyes, the shorter forehead, the much squarer face, the wide ass cheekbones. The skeletons give them away. In a natural manner, men are bigger than women. That's why men have got bigger faces than women. A woman the same size as a man will have a smaller face than the man. It's that simple. It works with animals, it works with everything. Barring a hyena and a couple of other animals. There's a small fraction where the females are big. But as a general rule, and in humans, God made the male bigger. And when you look at the human skeletons, most couples getting married look like this, right? The husband stands a few inches or a foot taller than the wife. Everywhere I look, this is what I see. I don't see the other way around. I don't see the woman standing this big and the man standing that. I never see that. Only when I'm looking at flip-flops. And the modern day ones have got blockers to block this one and human growth hormones to grow that one. To make the illusion even more missable. Unidentifiable. But these ones, they're not passing. Just simply on them skeletons. Just on the body frame alone. That's a man and that's a woman. Then we do the skull check. And I've got the same answer. All I'm really going to need now is gates on Adnan Kazagi. You know what? I don't know if I've done this one. That's a small shot of his head. Bab, 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 bab. Da, 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 ding. Where are we? We're looking at Adnan Kazagi and his mail order bride. Wow, that looks like it might as well be the Amazon. Who is it? Jeff Bezos and his husband. That's how it might as well be. They look so well. This one balding, but not the same with a mustache. But that one looks so similar to him. Yeah, that's just a dude, isn't it? That's just a dude in a ball gown. Let's go back. Drag queen. That one might be his son, daughter, whatever. I particularly don't care, I've got to be honest with you. We'll take that as your face, I'm thinking. No, actually, we'll take that one as your face. It's closer to a 50-50. Is that a gate? It's kind of. It's not very good. That looks like Ivanka. It's not. No. Right. Yeah. And... This is the world we're living in. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Is that him when he was younger? Lifting the veil of secrecy. Oh yeah, it's been lifted, buddy. When someone tells you that this isn't happening, that it ain't real, show them a face like that. He's got a big head on him. That's a bowling ball sized Eddie-O. Where are we? Adnan Kazagi. I'm not getting gates. A Countach. I used to love Countaches. I did. It ain't got the fins on it now. It doesn't look as good. I like it with a big whalebone on the back. like that one. But I'm never going to own a Lamborghini Countach. It's only for the flip-flops to own. You could, I guess, get a small business up and running and get quite wealthy from it and buy yourself one, but in reality, most businesses are run by flip-flops. All businesses at the top are flip-flops, full stop. Sony, Nike, Adidas, it don't matter, it's all them. Normal businesses like yourself can become prosperous, but you're not going to become multi-millionaire, billionaire business. You're not. There are the have-nots and the have-yots. And we are always going to be the have-nots. As long as we accept our slavery, as long as we accept our legal name, as long as we accept there's no God. And that's what they've done. They drove God out. Because if you realise and accepted God, you realise you're living on God's land and there should be nobody getting charged rent ever. But somehow these flip-flops convinced everybody to pay rent and tax. And they do it. And they work, and they, Klaus Schwab says in the future you will have nothing and you will be happy. By that resonance in his voice, in her voice, it's just a gut feeling. I don't know if this is true. I think he's saying that you'll have a car, you'll have an house, but you won't own none of it. We'll give you the car, we'll give you the house, but you'll be happy. It's not yours, but you'll be happy because you don't have to pay for it. Maybe that's what they're going to do. And still make you work, but you've got an house and a car. I don't know. They're going to try and weaken the system, but keep the system in place. Where they have control, they have power, and they have money. That's what they want to do. I agree there has to be some system to look after people. For those that are in need and, when you lose someone, all these things, there should be a system in place to look after people. That's part of caring for other people, right? Love thy neighbour as you love thyself. But these people don't want that, they just love themselves. It's a satanic cult I'm living in. And you can only become a billionaire businessman like Adnan Kazagi here and drive a Lamborghini Countach and all, have big, strong male husbands if you're in the wrong club, in the wrong skeleton, in the wrong clothes. Yeah, build back better, Satan's game, exactly. I'd build it back better, I would. Told you, make me Prime Minister for a day. I'd have them all locked up instantly, the lot of them. It's the humane thing to do, right? That's what they do to criminals. If I was to go and murder someone or rob someone or whatever, commit a crime, I'd be placed into jail, not prison, jail, because I've committed a crime. These people have committed mass crimes against the whole of the world. I don't know how long the prison sentences should be. I don't know. But they should go to jail, that's for sure, for what they've done. That's the humane way to do it. Other people would, like Tony Blair, they'd fly Tony Blair out to Iraq and give him to all the Iraqi people for what he did in the Iraq war. If anything really terrible happened there, I don't know. I have only been told by a couple of soldiers that when they went to war, it wasn't like they show you on the telly. It was mostly just taking over people's land, farmers and stuff, and then moving on. It was all done before they got there. So that might be a real person placed into the war zone, but not at the tip of the spear, I've got no idea how it works. But I don't believe in the wars. I truly don't. I don't believe in half of these. If I don't believe in the serial killers, why would I believe that you're bombing millions of people? Why? Well, if you was to... Right, let's just say you are Tony Blair and you have bombed Iraq to pieces, and the number was, what was it? 1.4 million people in the first week died or whatever. So something like that. I don't know. It's a big number, right? Don't you think somewhere along the lines someone's going to have a grievance? Because they do. It happens everywhere. I've seen real grievances and I've seen bad, terrible grievances. So it's insane. If you was killing 5 million children a year, kidnapping them, and taking them off. And they're all over milk cartons and that. Have you seen me? Right? If that was happening, you'd have 10 million distraught parents. 5 million of them are going to be crazy ass fathers like me. That you wouldn't give up. You'd never give up. You'd be posting constantly all your life. Have you seen my son? Have you seen my son? Have you seen my son? You wouldn't stop. But that doesn't happen. It doesn't. And all these missing children that, like John, Renee, whatever, it's a boy. It's not even a missing child, it's a missing flip-flop. And flip-flops don't go missing. They don't become homeless either. Only natural people are homeless. It bores me, it really does. This world, I hate it. I'm not from it. I'm not of it. I come from a heavenly place. I have a heavenly mind and a heavenly heart. I don't go out my way to be hateful to anyone. I don't spread hatred. I don't hate these people. I truly don't. I hate what they've done, but I don't hate the people. You're a criminal. I've got criminals in my country. I don't hate them, but they deserve to go to prison. That's for sure, for the things they've done. Thing is, I used to be a criminal when I was young, 30 years ago, when I was in care, through my teens, from the age of 14 to 19, 5 years. I didn't know what I was doing. I wish to God I knew what I was doing. But it was society that placed me there. I was a criminal. And when I got caught, they placed me in prison. In jail. And I only got remanded. I never got convicted. I wrote a letter to the judge, and I'm telling you now, I never went back. And I promised the judge, said to the judge, I'll never go back. I'm not like these people. I've made a mistake. I made a big mistake, Judge. I'm not like these people. I'm locked up with murderers and rapists and nonces. I'm locked up with these people. All I did was break into safes. And I know it's a crime, I get it. But I didn't do the crimes that these people did. I'm not like these people. I said, give me another chance. You'll never see me in a court ever again. And they never did. I've never been in court ever again. I stuck to my word. Judge Richardson, I can't remember if it was Hutchinson or Richardson. I think it was Richardson. Judge Richardson, if you're watching it ever, you're probably dead. I stuck to my word. I told you I'd never come back and I never did. The only time I've ever been to court was when they took me out of my landlady's house, beat me up, kept me in the cells all day without a solicitor, placed me in an empty court after court hours, and then told me to get out. That's the only time I've been to court since then. And I wasn't in trouble. I knew I wasn't. That's why I was asking for a judge, because I knew I was the judge. When the court's abandoned, the person standing tallest in court is the judge. That's the way it works. And I was the tallest in court. That's why I got released without charge. Walking, I didn't do anything wrong. I was standing up for my friends, my good friends. My loving, caring landlady and landlord had all their houses stolen, so I stood up for them. And then when I realised the earth was flat and that they were lying to children, I stood up for them. And then when I realised they were flip-flopping celebrities and their children, well, I'm exposing and still standing up for you, right? You got to admit this, right, flip-flops? If you're being forced to do any of this, I'm standing up for you. If you're doing it of your own free will, you must hate me, but there's nothing I can do about that. I came in the name of Jesus Christ. I came to spread love, peace, happiness, and the truth. Most of all, the truth. Because the truth will set ye free, and it did. It set me free. It made me so happy. I've had a lot of heartache through all of this, don't get me wrong, I've been persecuted. But through all of it, God made sure that I can still smile, I can still laugh. If they wanted the world to be absolutely wrecked, they'd do it. But they don't. They only turn it up to this measure. Why? Because people would revolt, wouldn't they, if it was all too bad? So they have to keep it at a certain level where they still rule and there's still things in the world. But you're never going to sit on a yacht like that, or an airplane, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Looks like a yacht. You're never going to sit and sail on a yacht like that. You're never going to fly on your own private jet. In reality, I don't need any of these things. The big boat, the jet, I don't need it. I don't need a Rolls Royce Silver Phantom, a Lamborghini Countach. I don't need it. There was a time when I liked the Lamborghini Countach, but in all honesty, I'm 50 years old now. I don't want a death trap. It's a death trap. 180 miles an hour. Shut up. I'll be dead within the first week. I truly don't want these things. I just want forgiveness. If there's one thing I can ask for in this world, it's forgiveness from God. I don't want anything else, God. I don't want gold. I don't care what you apparently said in the Bible about gold being good. I don't want any gold. I don't want your platinum, your palladium, your uranium. I don't want none of it. It's all useless, invaluable metals to me. The only thing of value to me in this world is people. And the only thing more valuable than people is you, God. And the only thing I ask for is forgiveness. When I finally meet you, when the last breath leaves this body, I beg for your forgiveness for the mistakes I've made in this world. And I hope that from the moment I found out about you, I've done my damnedest to please you. Or at least make you happy about your creation. Instead of all this skullduggery, thieving, backstabbing, blackmailing, all the stuff that goes on, there's still really honest people like me and you out there. That's a blessing, folks. It is. It's truly a blessing. Jesus said, don't gamble. And I don't. I used to play the lottery. I wanted to win the lottery until I realised all the lottery winners were flip-flops. And then I realised I was wasting my money, wasting my time. I always thought money would bring me happiness. And it hasn't. It makes your life comfortable, but it doesn't bring you happiness. True happiness comes from within yourself. It can be given to you as well. Someone else who's loving and caring can give you a big portion of love or whatever it is that you need, and it makes you truly happy, right? And knowing someone cares for you. That's valuable. That's value. Not a bank account, not a Lamborghini, not a 180-foot yacht. These are all material goods traded in this world by Satan and his minions. I prefer the best things in life are free. Love, kindness, giving, knowledge, sharing. These are the best things in life. And it still exists. Because if they took all of that away, this would be hell, wouldn't it? There'd be no happiness, there'd be no smiling, no laughing. And the greatest noise for me, I don't know about you, but the greatest noise for me is not birds chirping, it's children laughing and playing. When I walk down the street and there are children playing in the garden or playing on the street and laughing, the simplest things, they're playing the simplest games with lollipop sticks or whatever it is that they've found to discover some way of pretending. And it's the greatest noise I've ever heard. Children laughing. Anybody laughing. Truly laughing, belly laughing. It's enough to make you laugh. When you hear someone laughing properly, like something's hilarious to them, their laugh can make you laugh. That's the effect, the power of God in you. A frequency of laughter makes other people rejoice around you in laughter too. To put a smile on someone's face. So much easier to give someone a compliment than give them an insult. So much easier to be loving than it is to be hateful. But they want the world to be hateful. They want the world to be revolting. They want everybody to revolt and kick up and go smashing up the world in a riot, you know. And that's what they want. The other way, peacefully, they all get arrested, they all got placed behind bars, and if they're sorry, they'll get out. If they can be reformed, the way you reform a criminal. How old was you when you first started helping children in hospitals? I don't know. It was when I was a magician. I started giving my time for free. I'd like to go to the children's ward at Christmas, even on Christmas Day. There was a couple of times I went. I didn't do it all the time, but there was a couple of times I went. That's what gets me. There were so many charities would ring me up and say, "Oh, this other entertainer gave me a number, says you do charity work," because they don't. They don't do it for free. For me, and that's the God, without me even knowing God was in me, when I did all the charity, John, I did a lot of charity work. I got so many jobs for doing the hours worth of charity gig or whatever it was. I've done so many. I would get so much work from the people and the families that attended these events because they knew that I'd done it for free. The event organiser, "Oh, he's done it for free. Can we have your number?" I'm not coming for free for you, of course, but because I did it for free, I got a lot of work. I always did. I used to walk around with balloons in my pocket. When I see a child crying, I just blow a balloon. It stops them from crying, or if I can make someone laugh with a balloon, I do. But I don't do it anymore. I miss carrying the balloons around. But I started when it must have been after 27, when I became a magician. And I did lots of charity work all over the place. Because none of the others would. They wanted 250 quid for an hour for charity. I'd be like, shut up, you dibs. Only when I first started, I used to charge like 25 quid just to cover my balloons. But once I was up and running, I didn't need that either because I got so much money anyway. I just always had a belt full of balloons. I didn't need the 25 quid off a charity to cover me back. I could just do it all for free. And I did. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. That's why I don't ask for a penny. I've got a roof over my head, I've got food in my tummy, I've got Marlo as company. Rach lives with me again. There's nothing I want him for. I'm a humble man, I'm a simple man. All of these grandiose houses, and I don't want any of it. I know when I get to heaven I can have any of these things. God will just, there you go. There's what you wanted. And it won't be this. It'll be an house by a river, a small house by a river where I can fish in heaven. That'd be nice, Father. I'll be happy with that. And whichever my friends make it, their company would be lovely. Even after they called me all these names. Because by then they know it's the truth, right? They know that heaven, they know that you exist, Father. Knowing that God exists changes everything. It does. My faith came through Jesus Christ. I didn't need faith in God. He was self-evident. He proved himself in nature, in skeletons, in love and kindness. All these things, God still exists in this world, in the living. They've tried to beat him away, but there are still many wonderful people out there. Some are a little bit more wonderful than others, I admit, but your friends and your family are still those friends and family. They're still lovely people. They're not these people, right? They haven't done like this. You just found out what they actually think about you, and it changes your relationship to them. It does. When you know what someone thinks about you, especially if they're hateful, there's not a lot you can do. You can forgive them, but now you know what someone thinks about you, it's not the same, is it? And on that bombshell, I'm going to go play some PlayStation. Just remember, guys, God loves you. He truly does. He thinks you're amazing. He placed you at the centre of all things. And he wants you to know that you were born in an inside-out, upside-down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very much for watching, students. School checkers from around the world. May God bless you and your family. Good night. God bless. Bye. Bye.